Hello there, thanks for stopping on by my channel. My name is Evan Edinger, an American-born British man. I make videos on that same topic. But am I actually British? Let's talk about it. The other day, I was watching a Philip DeFranco show video, and he had left a comment at the end of it saying, if you are British, I'd like to hear your opinions on what's going on in the government. And so I left a comment saying, as a British person myself, I too am resigning, making a joke about how all the Tories are resigning. Now, I got a lot of replies under this. First one's being one saying, you're not actually British. And others defending me saying, well, yes, he is. He's got the citizenship. And then there was a bit of a fight there. And I thought that was quite interesting because I view myself as British. And so I talked to my friend about this and I went, can you believe this? And he went, well, yeah, you're not British. But it was such a quick reaction. I was surprised. I was like, oh. You know, seeing this type of comment come from a YouTube comment, I get them on my channel sometimes, but I always view them, say it's wrong, as usually a red-faced man who spends all of his life and every single evening in a Wetherspoons drinking Carling. That's just how I view them. But now it's a close friend of mine. My stereotype is wrong. It's just an actual normal British person. And so we had a good chat about it. I had a good conversation. I wanted to find out what caused these opinions. And then I talked to another friend of mine, like, can you believe this guy? And she went, yeah, Evan, you're not British. And I found it so bizarre because here are friends of mine that, in their opinion, I am not what I think I am. I choose to identify as a British person, by the way, because I worked hard to get that citizenship, and I do view myself as such. I can vote in your elections. It's not even like I've tried not to assimilate. This entire channel is built on me learning about British culture and talking about it, and I really like that stuff. That's why I do this type of content. But to find out that close friends had said that, I was like, why? I find it so inherently xenophobic and anti-immigrant, and I just wanted to know why. And so I've broken down possible reasons, and it's okay if you have had this opinion. I don't necessarily need to change it. I just want to have a chat about it because it's something maybe not a lot of people have thought about. Firstly, I do still have quite an American accent. There are some words that might come off as British, like every once in a while I'll say, excuse me, or what, or literally, while normally speaking with my American accent. However, if I wanted to speak extra Americanly, I don't know if you can actually tell, but I've just recently switched my voice as I'm speaking to make sure I'm speaking a lot more with the way I used to talk when I first moved here, like just a bit more American. However, the issue with that is, I don't know if you can tell by the way I'm moving my mouth, it actually takes me a lot more effort to speak this way, as opposed to just speaking normally, where essentially I have an American accent that's dulled. And sure, it might sound slightly British here and there until I say something like, you want any coffee, dog? You know, that's just how I sound. I have little things from my Jersey upbringing, and then I have British stuff. My voice is all over the place. But whatever someone's accent sounds like isn't really what defines them. You know, is it the length of time? Is it their decision? So I was talking with my friend about this, and one thing came up in particular. I was like, well, what if instead of being from America, I was from a country you're less familiar with? Let's just say somewhere in Africa or Asia that you aren't as well aware of, and I had also lived here for 10 years, and I'd also gotten citizenship. And weirdly enough, he didn't even know why, but he was like, well, yeah, I'd view you as British. And I think I understand why. I think it might be because we all view the US as this culturally relevant powerhouse. Regardless of what you got to say about it, we're talking about the US right now, right? Obviously, it's on my channel. But you hear about stuff in the US when you don't live in the US. You learn about the culture from the films that you watch. You know, the US is incredibly culturally strong. And so for me to move from maybe what you subconsciously view as this cultural powerhouse to the UK, you might not find it possible to comprehend this stars and stripes sized man to fit inside this Union Jack sized hole. So it doesn't quite blend, regardless of, you know, how hard I try, or getting citizenship, or passing all these tests, or standing and staring at a picture of the Queen while the national anthem plays. All these things don't really make me British in your eyes. What might make you British in your eyes is your upbringing. Sure, I didn't grow up watching Dick and Dom in the bungalow, shouting bogeys everywhere, but I've moved here and I haven't just been a stick in the mud. I've actually attempted to assimilate. I've been learning more about the culture. That's why I make videos on this topic, because it really, really interests me. And so it might just be because of that US upbringing that makes it so hard for people to swallow that I'm now a British person. But it might also just be because I'm viewing citizenship under the lens of an American. You see, growing up in America, we have all that cultural brainwashing of like America, greatest country ever. And you can really see this on Reddit if anyone posts a photo of them getting American citizenship. Oh my God, welcome to the freedom side, brother. Welcome, we are the winner. It makes you feel really happy and proud. This guy has just gotten what in the last, like all of your elementary school, middle school, high school upbringing has brought you to believe that you've just become the best citizen in the entire world, an American citizen. You have the most freedoms ever. And so because people are now American, it's a huge celebration. When I became British, it was not much fanfare. In fact, it was quite the opposite. It was people going, you did what? You stayed and played Picture of the Queen? I wouldn't have done that. How would you learn about the Tower of London? I don't even know that. Why the would you become a British citizen? The difference there is American culture is very all about themselves. We're the greatest. Hoo-ha. In the UK, it's we hate ourselves, you know? And so the concept of someone from America becoming a British citizen, no matter how much we make fun of America, comes off as a bit foreign to a lot of British people. They almost go like, why would you become a citizen here? It's always bloody rainy. We've got terrible government, terrible everything. NHS is pretty good, but everything else is shit. And so because the entire culture is very self-hating and negative, it's almost difficult to view it as such. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense to you? There's a couple reasons I interestingly think that this is the case. And like I said, it might just be because I'm viewing the citizenship as a big thing, and I'm very proud to be, at least I consider myself, bi-cultural. Terrible word. I am binational. That makes way more sense. I'm a British American person. I'm not just British. I'm not saying that. I'm not just American. I have both passports still at the moment. But here's the case. Let's just say I renounce my US citizenship. What am I then? If I'm not British, am I just stateless? I literally have a passport. I've gone through everything possible in the bureaucracy to become a British citizen. Does that not entitle me to something? Let's just say I live here another 10 years. I have a family, I have kids, I put them through public school. At what level is your gatekeeping going to end? I'm just curious because personally, I do find it xenophobic. And at the end of the day, I think the only thing that really matters is how someone chooses to identify. And if I choose to identify as a British person, I think you should respect that because how else it doesn't really affect you otherwise, right? I mean, let me just be happy. I have a friend, within one day, she also moved to the UK. She does not consider herself British. And that's her decision. I don't think she actually went for the citizenship like I did, but I very much did. And my entire channel has been documenting that struggle to try and get there. And so for me, it feels something I'm very proud of. And sure, that's the US lens looking at citizenship as something to be proud of. But if you don't, let me be myself. Let me be happy. I consider myself as such. And I think that's the end of the conversation on my end. So now I would like to hear your thoughts. If you're someone that has had this opinion, or maybe you haven't thought about it too much, what makes someone British? Is it just that initial upbringing? Have I made a lot of sense? Please get back to me. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're trying to tell me I'm not British, when just the other day I was really hungry, didn't have much food in the house, and I made a cheesy beans on toast, come on. Come on, who the hell would do that except a true British person, all right? That's right, I'm now British, the cheesy beans on toast seals the deal, okay? No more faffing about. Thanks for watching, tell me what your thoughts are. I have other videos if you'd like to watch, otherwise, I'd more be interested in your comments. I'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.